Hi, it's Tammy, NZ Gastric Slave. I'm coming to you with my week 3 update. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on the 21st of May 2014 at Wellington Regional Public Hospital with surgeons Mr. Simon Ban. So this week has been tough. Not so much food-wise, but I went back to work on Monday, and I alluded in the last video to some stresses going on at work. But before we talk to that, I'll give you the numbers. So my starting weight was 113.6 kgs or 254 pounds. Day of surgery was 139 kgs or 229 pounds. And last week I was 98.3 kgs or 216.7 pounds. And today I was 96.8 or 213.4 pounds. So that's a loss of 1.5 kilos or 3.3 pounds. Again, same as last week. So I had a dietitian appointment, my 3-week dietitian appointment this morning. The dietitian is really happy with the way that I'm progressing. I confessed that I had been been kind of inching towards soft foods, which technically I wasn't meant to start until today, in the last few days, but she was okay with that. She was basically, if you're tolerating it, that's really the only thing. We talked about how I've found it hard to get any more than 30 grams of protein in with food alone, unless I eat more meals in a day or have protein shakes. So she gave me a few more Optifast, so I can continue having one of those a day until I can get the food component protein sources up. She wasn't too worried. She basically said if you need to eat 5 times a day to be able to get it enough in, then that's what you need to do. And that was kind of based on that protein stuff. My program doesn't count calories. I have been using MyFitnessPal, so I've been averaging around 600 calories, 5 to 600. There's been Monday I might have been 450, but mainly 5 to 600 calories a day, and that gets me 50 to 60 grams of protein. So with being allowed soft foods or starting to kind of be having more stuff, for lunch today I went to the Mexican place that I love to go to and got my naked burrito, but without a few things. So usually I would have it with rice. The options are rice or beans. Today I had none, and I'd also usually have lettuce in it, which I am not cleared for yet. So basically it was chicken, the salsa, the spice mix sauce, cheese and some guacamole, and so I mixed that up, and about a quarter of the serving is what I got through, a quarter to a third. It was less because usually there's rice and lettuce and that in a probably container about that sort of size. So it was probably only kind of 3/4 full anyway, and then obviously a cut down kind of size. That works out, by eating that quarter I probably had about 120 calories based on that. And not for the first time I felt overfull, but I definitely should have stopped a couple of teaspoons before, or a little. I've been eating with the tip of a teaspoon, so probably my teaspoons are like a third of a teaspoon. So yeah, I felt really full all afternoon at work. But it's a learning curve, so I've got some more for the next couple of days lunches, and yeah, but I at home I've been having scrambled eggs and that sort of thing. I tried doing it at work on Monday in the microwave, and it didn't turn out anywhere near as good as what it does when I'm doing it at home. So yeah, so as far as what I started telling you about last week about work, so my role was disestablished. There is roles for me to apply for, but basically me and my colleague's role have been joined together. It's not realistic for that role to do what two people do now, and even now I have trouble doing everything that's in my job description, so things will start falling. So so I had to express interest for roles in the new structure, so I did so for 3 roles within our HR group, and I've got to interview for them on Friday. In the meantime, I've had some agencies contacting me. Wellington's a small town, and I've got another interview on Friday morning for a contract role. So that's my backup plan if I don't get one of these roles. So it's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster for me. So on Monday I was feeling really down at work, and then yesterday I was feeling really strong and very confident, and that's when I had to put the expression of interest in. So I was very confident about writing up my applications for the roles and that sort of thing. And then today I got the email to say that more than one person had applied for all of the roles that I'd applied for, so they would have to interview for them. So again, then I was like, maybe I will be made redundant, and it's because I'm the last on, so I probably got a higher chance than any of not getting a role. But it just really depends how they decide to structure it, and what other people's decisions are as well. So yeah, I should find out on Friday. So by my next week's update, I'll know what I'll be doing and where I'll be going, whether I'll stay where I am or whether I'll have to go into this contract role. So at least I've got options. So, but it has been quite stressful and not really what I need. My first week back, pretty much at 3 o'clock each day, I've started hitting the wall. Also because, as you can probably hear, I've got a bit of a cold. So that started coming on Friday. I woke up with this searing sore throat. And then it kind of went away on by Monday. And then yesterday it kind of started coming back with the throat and the nose. And then today I woke up and it was really chesty and congested. So it's been a bit of a struggle this week, and we'll see how much of the week I manage to get through, but it is what it is. So yeah, by 3 o'clock I've been hitting the wall energy wise, and I was saying to the dietitian this morning that I was starting to think yesterday that my energy levels have gone down, but then I realised that when I was off work I wasn't really doing a lot of stuff during the day, so I felt like I had a lot more energy because I was doing less, and so now I've got long days at work, so I'm really feeling it. Just got a touch of the cold, I'm feeling it. So energy levels, I hope will start rising. As far as my weight loss, 1.5 kilos, I'm happy with that. If I could manage that every week, I'd be ecstatic. And kind of just waiting to see when this 3-week stall. But at the same time, being that I was on mushies like from day 3. I'm wondering whether I won't have that because I've been eating food right from the start. So don't know. Well, it'll be what it'll be. I need to stop looking at other people's videos and comparing what they lost to what I've lost, and as long as it's going down, that's all that really matters. I have got some kind of monthly goals that I'm not sure whether my first month goal, I'm not sure whether I'll meet or not, but I'll come close if I don't. So, and they were really picked out of thin air. So really, how close are they? Yeah, that's probably NSVs. So yesterday I attended a networking event for the launch of the new Lomanger competencies in New Zealand, and there was about 4 people in the room that I had worked with in different roles, not all at the same time, but I have done a number of contacting roles, so I've been with quite a few government departments here in New Zealand, and so there was a few people, and so one of them turned around and said, "Oh, you've lost weight," and then she was like, "How much have you lost?" And I hadn't weighed in since that day, so I said, "Oh, 16.3." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I was thinking it was about 20 kgs," and then I thought about it, and probably the last time I saw her was I was pretty close to my highest weight, so that would be 23 kgs ago. So she was probably more right than I was, but it was really nice to see it, to hear it, and from someone that hasn't seen me in a while. I mean, I kind of heard, like, when we went back to work, people started noticing and that sort of thing, but to really notice it from someone who hasn't seen me in a while, that was kind of cool. So yeah, that's probably all I've got for today. Anything else? Anything else? No, I think that's it. So yeah, I will see you next Wednesday. See you guys.